The galaxy always laughed when humans spoke about the hidden Armada. To them, it was nothing more than a campfire myth, a story told by young warriors to feel brave in the dark. But on a silent research outpost floating near the Void Rift, Commander Rallos noticed something strange, something impossible. For 3 nights, his scanners picked up a weak signal, one that looked human. But humans had no fleet strong enough to hide in the void. Everyone knew that. Everyone believed that. Except the few who feared the old legends. Rallos stared at the hologram as the signal pulsed again. A single whisper repeated through static. "Do not look for us." The commander felt a chill run through his spine. Why would humans send a warning? Why not attack? Why not ask for help? He called his officers immediately. They gathered around the glowing map, asking the same questions. But Rallos said only one thing. "We will go into the void. We must know what humanity is hiding." The crew disagreed. The Void Rift was deadly, filled with ancient storms, lost ships, and broken worlds. But the commander insisted. The galaxy needed answers. As their ship entered the rift, the colors around them twisted and bent. Lights stretched like shadows running away. Silence pressed against the hull like an invisible hand. Then something moved in the darkness. Huge, silent, watching them. The crew froze. Their hearts raced. Every scanner went dead. Every alarm shut off. The darkness felt alive. And then, out of nowhere, a bright blue line appeared, like the edge of a colossal ship. Rallos whispered in fear. "Impossible! Humanity cannot build something this big." But the darkness answered with a deep metal roar. A fleet awakening after centuries of silence. Humanity's hidden armada was real, and had finally noticed them. The first ship emerged slowly from the darkness, so vast that it blocked their entire viewport. Its surface was covered in glowing blue lines, like ancient runes pulsing with power. No one on Rallos's crew had ever seen technology like this. No one believed humans were capable of it. Lieutenant Varric whispered, "Commander, this is not a warship. This is a planet killer." Before Rallos could reply, more lights appear behind it. Dozens, hundreds, thousands. A full armada, silent and perfectly still, like beasts waiting to wake. The crew felt tiny, like insects facing a storm. Their ship shook as a deep hum vibrated through the rift. A hidden energy field scanned them. Panels flickered. Lights dimmed. The ship felt as if something powerful was reading every molecule inside it. Suddenly, a voice, calm, cold, and unmistakably human, echoed through their bridge speakers. "Unregistered vessel. You have crossed into restricted human territory." Rallos stepped forward, shocked. Restricted territory? Humans didn't own anything in the rift, or so the galaxy believed. He replied carefully, "This is Commander Rallos of the Ethar Coalition. We seek answers." It was a long silence. A silence so heavy the crew felt their heartbeats slow. Then the voice returned. "There are answers you're not ready for." The main ship's massive hull shifted, revealing enormous weapons that glowed like newborn stars. Even from a distance, the power was terrifying. The voice continued, "Leave at once. The Armada does not wish to be seen." Varric whispered, trembling, "Commander, if they fire, we will not even leave dust behind." But Rallos did not move. He stared at the impossible fleet and said quietly, "We are not leaving. Not yet." Because he knew something they didn't. The human fleet wasn't preparing to attack them. It was preparing to attack someone else. The giant human ship dimmed its lights, as if studying the intruders more closely. Commander Rallos felt the pressure in the air increase. Their small vessel groaned under the unknown force. Then the human voice returned, deeper and more serious than before. "Coalition vessel, your presence here endangers all living worlds." The crew exchanged frightened looks. How could they be the danger? They were nothing compared to this massive fleet. Rallos kept his voice steady. "Explain yourself. Why is humanity hiding here? Why build such power in the void?" The silence after his question felt endless. Then a second voice cut through the static. Older, strained, carrying a sorrow no alien could understand. because the galaxy would never believe the truth. Screens across their bridge flickered, forced online by the hidden Armada. Unknown human codes streamed through their systems. Images appeared. Destroyed planets, empty cities, burned star systems, all wiped clean by a single enemy. Lieutenant Varric whispered in horror. This happened in the outer regions. But the report said it was solar storms. The human voice corrected him. The reports were lies. To keep the galaxy from panicking. A shadow filled the screen, something gigantic, mechanical, and alive at the same time. A creature unlike anything they had ever seen. They are coming, the voice said, and only humanity has faced them and survived. Rallos felt a chill crawl down his spine. The galaxy thought humans were weak, primitive, unpredictable, but now he understood. Humanity wasn't hiding because they were afraid. They were hiding because the truth was too big, too terrifying for anyone else to face. Then the human commander spoke a final warning. Leave the rift. Forget what you've seen. If the enemy senses you, they will follow. The lights across the human armada flickered like a heartbeat. The message was clear. Something worse than war was coming, and the hidden armada was preparing to fight it alone. Commander Rallos stood frozen as the final image faded from the screen. The shadow of that creature, half machine, half nightmare, still echoed in his mind. Nothing in the galaxy's records looked like it. Nothing even came close. His crew struggled to breathe. Varric whispered, Commander, if these things are real, then every world is already doomed. But Rallos shook his head. No, humanity survived them once. That means they can survive again. Before anyone could answer, the giant human ship began to move. Its engines shifted, glowing brighter, deeper blue than before. The void rift trembled around it, as if space itself feared the power awakening inside. A communication line suddenly opened again. Coalition vessel, your time is over. The enemy has sensed activity. We can no longer hide your presence. The bridge lights flickered. Their scanners came alive, overloaded with thousands of red signals approaching from the far edge of the rift. Not ships, not asteroids, but living, moving entities, creatures with metallic arms, glowing cores, wings made of energy, and hunger built into their design. Varric screamed, They're coming straight for us. A massive alarm echoed through the entire hidden armada. Human ships powered up in a perfect synchronized wave, like a giant beast opening thousands of blazing eyes. Cannons charged. Energy shields expanded with roar-like vibrations. The human commander's voice returned, harder now, no emotion at all. We are engaging the swarm. Coalition vessel. Retreat immediately or be consumed. Rallos stared at the approaching monsters. A cold fear spread across his chest. But he also felt something else. A strange respect for humanity. A species mocked for its legends, yet standing alone against impossible horrors. He made his decision, one that would change the galaxy forever. We are not running, Rallos said. We will fight beside you. The bridge fell silent. Even the swarm noise faded for a heartbeat. Then the human commander replied, Very well. Then pray your courage is real. The void rift exploded with light as the first wave of the swarm rushed forward. Thousands of metallic creatures with burning cores and razor limbs. They moved like a storm, twisting through space with unnatural speed. Commander Rallos felt his heart pound. His small ship shook violently as the creatures passed by, their energy trails slashing the darkness. Varric shouted over the alarm. They're ignoring us. They want the human fleet first. And then the sky lit up. Humanity's hidden armada opened fire. Beams of blue, white, and gold cut across the void like claws made of light. Giant cannons released blasts so powerful they bent the rift space-time. Every shot was precise. Every movement synchronized. These were not ships. These were weapons designed for a single purpose: to stop the swarm. Rallos watched in awe as the leading swarm creatures shattered under the impact. But more came. So many more. The void fell alive with their screeching vibrations. A human battleship, 10 times larger than Rallos's vessel, moved into formation beside them. A voice echoed across the comms. "Coalition vessel, follow our trajectory. We'll shield you." Rallos didn't hesitate. His ship aligned behind the massive destroyer as beams of enemy energy crashed harmlessly against the human shields. Varric looked around, stunned. They aren't just strong, they're fighting like they've done this 1,000 times. Rallos nodded. Because they have. Then something terrifying happened. A colossal swarm titan, larger than any ship in the human fleet, emerged from the far rift. Its wings stretched like burning metal storms. Its roar shook every hull. A living apocalypse. The human commander's voice grew grim. "Target identified. Omega-class Devourer. All units, prepare maximum fire." Rallos whispered, "How do you fight something that size?" The human answer came instantly. Together, the human fleet shifted into a deadly formation. Weapons charged. Engines flared. The final battle for the void was about to begin. The Omega-class Devourer loomed over the battlefield, an enormous monster of metal, energy, and ancient hunger. Its core pulsed like a dying star, sending shockwaves through the rift. Even the human armada seemed small compared to it. Commander Rallos felt fear tighten around his chest. But he also felt something new. Hope. Because humanity wasn't running. They were ready. The human commander's voice came over the comms, steady and cold. "All units, fire." The void erupted in light. Hundreds of beams struck the Titan at once. Its armor cracked. Pieces shattered and burned away. But the creature roared and pushed forward, releasing a surge of energy that tore through the battlefield. Rallos' ship spun. Half his systems went dark. Varric shouted, "We can't take another hit." But then a giant shadow covered them. A human dreadnought slid between them and the blast, absorbing the impact directly. Its hull glowed red, melting, tearing apart. It held. Rallos whispered, "They're protecting us, even now." The Titan charged its core again, brighter, louder, preparing a final attack that would destroy everything. Then the largest human ship moved forward. The flagship, the heart of the hidden armada. Its enormous wings unfolded, revealing ancient symbols carved into the metal. The ship glowed with a deep blue power, older and stronger than anything Rallos had seen. The commander spoke one last time. "For humanity, for the galaxy, fire the Void Lance." A single beam shot out. Pure, blinding, silent. It pierced the Titan's core. The creature froze, then exploded into millions of burning fragments that scattered across the rift like dying stars. Silence followed. A deep, endless silence. The swarm retreated. The void calmed. Humanity had won. Rallos stared at the now peaceful darkness. He understood why the galaxy laughed at human myths. Because they had no idea how real they were. He whispered, "Humanity, you're not weak. You are our shield in the dark." The human commander replied softly, "Remember that, and do not forget what woke today." The fleet faded back into the darkness, silent, hidden, preparing for the next war. And the galaxy would never laugh at human legends again.